Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the other day, William Samoei Ruto was bragging about getting jobs for Kenyans in Saudi Arabia, skilled jobs. That means nurses, technicians, those kind of jobs. And I was really happy about that. But we gave our views on the same on this punchline. And yesterday, Gachagwa was addressing the Diaspora Investment Conference that took place at KICC in Nairobi. Now, Gachagwa also gave some weird remarks in appeal to Kenyans working abroad. Of course, what he said, it is true. But above all, that should not be the government language. Because there is no any indication by this government to even attract Kenyans working abroad to come and do their business here. They don't. So what was Gachagwa saying? Gachagwa is telling Kenyans working abroad not to come back home. That we don't need you. Don't come back home. We have so many problems at home. What we only need is your money. That is Gachagwa. It looks simple, but this message has weight because this is the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. A man who has reduced himself to a Mount Kenya kingpin, and he's really embarrassing their government. This is what he said. I want to quote him. It's the desire of every Kenyan working abroad to retire back home. Don't come back now. We don't need you now. We have enough problems with employment. We want you to send money. That is Gachagwa. They want you to send money. And the reality is that Kenyans working in diaspora, their remittance are so close to overtaking the export earning in this country. They're overtaking. So are we safe? Yes, those who are working out are doing a good job because then they're boosting even the dollar, because now when the exchange is done there, again the country is gaining. But above all, imagine they are overtaking the export. It means we are exporting a little. Even banks are now focusing on diaspora accounts. The government is now targeting people in diaspora. And the other day, Ruto was saying that now they will be asking those in diaspora to give loan to government. Look at that. Ruto told us that the economy is now stable. If you have a stable economy, you will be appealing your people to come back home and work and invest in their own country. So Gachagwa's statement means that the economy is not stable. Economy can only be stable when people are employed, when we are exporting, when we are manufacturing, when life is affordable for everyone, not when the government is collecting more taxes, even by forcing everything on our throat. When they collect taxes, they are happy. It's like everything is working. They forget they are killing business. Today you collect tax, tomorrow you collect, and the other day, the following day, my business is closed. Utapata wapi ya ushuru? Hakuna. So the truth is that Kenyans abroad are really doing a big job in this country. Their remittance means a lot. That is a fact. Wasipokuwa kwa saa hizi na export inarudi chini, tutakuwa na nini? Nothing. But look at the language of the deputy president. He is discouraging Kenyans from coming back. Sababu economy sio nzuri. But above all, Wale Wakenya wenye wameenda nje, kuna wenye mpaka wameenda kufanya investment kule nje. Have they created an enabling environment, a friendly environment to business, so that they can also come back and invest their business here? Have they created that environment? Again, what about Kenyans who are working abroad but they feel that they want to come and start business in Kenya? Uko na kitu, now you are financially stable, you have enough capital. Najua kuna wale wanatoka tuweze kwenda kutafuta capital warudi. We have those who are pissed off kabisa, wanaona tu wafanye kazi nje. Na kuna wale wameadapt, wanaona tu wafanye kazi basi. Maisha ni hivyo. But then you reach a time you think of investing back home. Why is Gachagwa not convincing Kenyans to come and invest back home, but is telling them to continue working and send money for them? They have failed. A good leader, good governance, you will look on a way in which you can put fully into use the manpower and the resource at your disposal. And the only source we have as of now, ile kubwa, ni manpower. But how are you using that? They have not created an environment to allow this to happen. So the truth is that Kenyans who are working outside, most of them, they're running away from poverty, poor salary, poor working condition, and poor leadership. Otherwise, if you provide all this, kwa nini watu hawatoki Saudi wakuja wafanya kazi Kenya? Kwa nini watu hawatoki kama ni tuseme kama ni Dubai wakuja wafanya kazi Kenya? So for that, it is because they have an enabling environment that has allowed them to do their business back home. So when will we reach a point where our people can only just work here? Na mwenye anatoka nje atoke tu just because he is willing to go, not because he has been pushed or she has been pushed with the situation at home here. Ikiwa tu mtu ameona I'm willing to go out. Look at the situation of the youth in Uasin Gishu. There was Gulf jobs scam. There was Finland scandal all about going to learn and going for jobs. So the scholarship, poverty. We are running away from poverty. But who has impoverished us? The other time I shared a video with you here where someone from Dubai, a citizen, was trying to explain the reason why Africa is poor. For example, he was talking about Nigeria. It is rich in oil than Dubai, but how are they using their natural resource given by God? Dubai has overtaken them. Here in Kenya we have so many, but how do we use it? But for these other people who go in with just one resource, they are well off and they utilize it so nicely. So when you see such a statement coming from Rigathi Gachagwa, the deputy president, telling Kenya that don't come back home, we don't need you. And he continued with the following statement, we need your money. So it tells you that Gachagwa is more focused on having your money. This government is more focused on getting your money, but not you. They are not interested with you or in you. Their interest is only in your money. Haja yao kubwa ni pesa zako, sio wewe. And the worst with this government, it is now, how are they using these resources? How are they utilizing the resource? Can we trust them with our taxes? It is also another problem. We are seeing a scandal in 1 year time. Several scandals involving billions of shillings. Now multi-billions. Trust is also another issue. So in as much as we're appealing to Kenyans abroad not to come back, Yes, you are encouraging them to continue with the job they are doing. That is right. But then, how are you utilizing the resources you have here? Because they are also taxed. Can you convince them to have confidence in you? Is it possible? And how are you doing that? This is one of the worst administration ever. It's the worst. They don't encourage anyone. The other day when university students were graduating, Gachagwa is telling them, the only job available is kazi ya mjengo. Sasa uende ushike kijiko, kokoto, simiti, ukoroge, upate 400 kwa siku kama ni 500. But then, wewe umeenda shule umesoma. Sio kila mtu amesomea mambo ya construction, is it engineering or what? But that's what I was telling them. So much discouraging. Sasa ni ukweli. Wakenya wenye wako ngambo wajikaza kufanya kazi. Hakuna kurudi. Huku ni shida tupu. Hata kuja na pesa zako uweka kwa investment hapa, zote zitaisha kwa sababu these people are targeting on milking you dry. They target to kill even any kind of business you can start. He's right. But with this position, he's not even encouraging anyone. We have a worst leadership ever.